This. Girl, I don't give a fuck about your mama. Myself.
Hey yo, you know who the F it is. It's Big Time Unique. What's up, y'all? I hope everybody is surviving out there. I hope everybody is well. And it's hard right now with what the world is going through. I send my love out to the people that was affected by the hurricane. My prayers go out to y'all. I hope y'all stay strong enough to get through this, because we gonna get through this. We just gotta endure. God gives his worst battles to his strongest soldiers. You gotta remember that. It's hot, y'all, so I decided to go to the park, let the sun get on this beautiful skin. So if you hear all this noise, that's some lumberjacks. They're chopping down trees and shit. So try to ignore that. I hope I could be heard. Y'all, real quick before I get into my story time, I want y'all to know, I haven't hit that Mary Jane. I haven't had that Mary Jane in almost 2.5 months, y'all. A bee was trying to get me. But yes, I haven't smoked or anything of that nature in almost 2.5 months, almost 3 months, going on 3 months, and I feel good. I feel more clear-headed, and the funny thing is, I'm not even craving it. And I've been stressed. I've been really stressed, but I'm not even craving a blunt or a bong. So I'm doing good. Y'all, let me go into my story time. My story time is how I was basically attacked by a family of 27. A family of 27. It was some migrants, and most of them were legal here, but they attacked little old me. But I stood firm. I stood my ground, because as y'all know from my videos, I'm strong. It's like the toughest hurricane, no pun intended, can knock me down, literally. So let me tell y'all what happened. I've been going through, I think I mentioned it in my previous videos, harassment of my neighbors that live upstairs. 27 of them in that 1 4-bedroom apartment. And it's a Hispanic family. And some of them are migrants. Now, if you know anything when it comes to a small majority of the Hispanic community, they have their views. Some of them are racist. But I've lived here for almost 3 years that I don't care about that. I leave out the house to go to the gym, go to the grocery store, and go to make money. I don't care about none of that. I don't say hey to them. I mind my business, and that's just it. Now, when I say that this woman who lives upstairs with her 9 kids, because she stays with her mother owns that apartment. Her mother is the grandmother or whatever. She been harassing the fuck out of me for the past 2 years. I mean, she's been trying to get a rise out of me. Little old me. When I say she's been harassing me, y'all, she threw a bunch of trash on my car. She emptied her trash cans on top of my car. She had her kids urinate on my front door, and it was more than one time. Every time I walk past her kids, I'm getting catcalled and sexually harassed, low key. They're ooh, ooh, or they start talking in Spanish. I'm pretty sure it's not positive. Pretty sure it's not positive. It's been a couple of times where I open my front door and I'm literally stepping in their dog's feces. They had their dog literally dookie on my welcome mat. And I'll say it happened more than 5 times. But I'm always trying to be the bigger person, because I care about where I live, where I lay my head at. I care about my responsibilities. I would never react off emotion, if that makes sense. I'm always first a logical person. I'm not how I used to be when I was younger. Because, when you got nobody in this world, you have to start moving smarter. So I sit there and I just contacted the landlord. I'm like, yo, this is disrespectful. It's getting on my nerves. Do something about it. And each and every time they would tell me that they would do something about it. But let's be honest, they really weren't doing a damn thing about it. If I'm being honest, they never did a damn thing about it. But you know, like I'll start having little get-togethers where I will invite my cousins or my male friends over, and because they seen that it was men, like black men, come over, then they're like, oh, okay, let me lay off her, because they were scared because I'm not alone by myself anymore. So, and that's just a few instances. My neighbor, she will purposely continue to do these micro little aggressions. Like, she kept doing these little weird things to try to get under my skin. So I will park in the back of my house, as I stated in previous videos, and she kept complaining to our landlord that she couldn't reach her trash cans. So I'm like, that's a lie, and I ignored it. And one day I went to the gym, I come back, she parks her monster truck that is 10 times larger than my little SUV. And I'm like, now you really can't reach the trash cans. I'm like, are you serious? Like, and I tell the landlords, I'm like, are you serious? You had me move my car so that she can move it there? And they're like, no, you know we wouldn't do that. You know she's a liar. Blah, 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 blah. If you know all these things, then why do my house to constantly put up with it? Stop renewing her lease. Like I'm just like, this is like she's bothering people in the building. Her 9 kids. Like, come on, it's time to get dashiki up out of here. So I'm just like, okay. At this point, nothing's being done. So what else happens? Okay, so I start parking in the front to avoid all types of confrontation. We don't have assigned parking spots. I like to park a certain place on my block so that I can see my car from my window, because since I've lived here, I've noticed that each and every last one of their cars have gotten flats. I'm talking about, it's 27 people upstairs. They got like 10 cars. And each time I will come out, either one or 2 or 3 cars will have their tires slashed. And I'm just like, they're obviously a menace to society. And whoever is after them, they might mistake my car for one of theirs. So I'm like, nah, just to be on the safe side, I just want to watch my car. So I want to be able to get up, open my blinds, check up on my car, make sure my car is good. So I will park my car in a certain spot. I leave out early enough and I come back early enough that this is never contested. Like, I never have to worry about anyone getting into my little space, you know? And she sees this. She sees that I'm steady parking my car in a certain spot. So it's like, soon as I leave, she just hurries up and moves her fucking monster truck in that parking spot. And her husband, he's an okay dude. He's not a bad guy. He can't control his woman. That's what I would say is bad about him. But he sits over here and he tells one of our neighbors, see, besides them, everybody else loves me because I'm a cool ass neighbor. I'm nothing to complain about. I don't have parties. I don't sit over here and do the most. I don't got all these kids running in and out. Like, I'm the most chill neighbor ever. I speak to everyone on my racist ass block, and them being racist as they are, they still speak to me. So she over here, her husband sits over and tell our neighbor that, yeah, she parked her car in that parking spot to purposely piss me off. Right? Okay. So I'm like, okay. I'm just steady trying to be the bigger person. I'm ignoring it. Then I wake up one day, my back door is tagged with not only NK, which if you are African American, you understand what that stands for. It stands for NIGGA killer. It was also tagged with Jose on site or something like that. They couldn't spell Jose. Like, that tells you the educational level that these people have. Like, they sit over there and say Jose on site. I don't know what that meant, but whatever. They're tagged. They're spray painting my back doors with this stuff. I'm constantly sending it to my landlord. Take a picture. Sending it to my landlord. Nothing's being done because my landlord makes too much money off that family of 27 upstairs. They pay way more than they should because there's way more people up there. So I'm really starting to get pissed off because she's like constantly trying to poke the bear. And every time, like, if y'all seen from my previous videos, people like to fuck with me. I don't know why. It's because I come off so sweet. I come off so kind. And a lot of people in this world, they don't love themselves. They're very insecure. So they feel uncomfortable around somebody who's real, who's honest, who's genuine. They feel like if they could knock me down, they did something. They're empowered in some type of way. I don't know why. But whenever I'm around a man, no one ever tries to fuck with me. Both men or women. But when I'm by myself, they will try it. Point being is, she kept poking the bear. And when I get mad, it's a whole other demon that takes over me. I can't calm down. I want to hurt any and everybody in my path because I don't mess with anybody. So when you come over here and you start messing with me, I take it wholeheartedly and I take it personally. So that happens. I think it was the 3rd of this month of October. I'm coming home from the doctor to pick up a prescription for my anxiety. It's literally, I'm only gone for down there 30 minutes. For 30 minutes. I see her big ass monster truck right in the parking spot where she knows I like to park. And every other parking spot on the block is free. It's literally because I get home so early that I'm the only one parked on my block. Every other parking spot is free, but she takes mine. I'm getting so fucking mad right now. I'm just like, this bitch just won't stop. Like she just won't stop. And excuse my language. So I'm just like, she just won't cut it out. I'm like, she one of them people that you little physically, you have to show them to stop playing with you. My sister was like that. I had to physically put violence on my sister to tell her to stop playing with me. I guarantee she don't play with me no more. Like bro. But I didn't want to do that because, like, obviously I'm gonna have to renew my lease soon. You know what I mean? I don't want my landlords to think that I'm the aggressor, even though they see all this evidence, right? My therapist been telling me, like, look, you always are gonna be seen in a certain light because you are black. And she can sit over there and play the victim real quick, which she did. But let me go ahead and tell y'all what happened. I come home from the doctor. I think I got a mosquito bite right here. That's why I keep scratching right there. I come home from the doctor and she's sitting over here. She parked in my parking spot, right? I see the woman that's in front of her is finna leave. So I hurry up and I bust a Yui real quick so I could try to take the woman that's in front of her parking spot. Why the woman, I asked the woman, hey, mamas, are you finna get ready to leave? She's like, yeah, I'm finna get ready to leave. I'm like, okay, please, thank you. I really appreciate you. She sits over there. She gets up and leave. I'm over here relaxing my shoulders, like, on myself. Like, I'm over here like, bro. I get out my car. I'm finna sit over here and put a car cover over my car. There's some woman in our neighborhood who just constantly keeps throwing out bread for these birds to eat and then duking on our cars. I don't got time for that. So I'm finna sit over here and I'm finna cover up my car. She comes up to me, like, she steps up to me. I'm talking about this, like, this dang near 50-year-old woman steps up to me. She steps up to me like she finna do something. She's like, who you think you talking to? Who you think you talking to? I'm like, I'm trying to be the bigger person so bad. I'm like, I don't know you, but you got about maybe three tries to back up before I show you what I'm gonna do to you. Okay? And I said in such a deep voice that I could see in her eyes that she's scared. I'm like, no, you wanted this, right? Okay. She over here, she got a save face because she got like these little 2 kids with her or whatever. She started screaming in the middle of the block. She like, you ain't nothing but a HOE. I'm married. You think you all that with that fake hair? You think you all that because you look like that? Girl, I'll knock you down. I'm like, one, I never said anything. I never said anything that I think I'm better than somebody, that my wigs make me feel like I'm better than somebody, and then she's just assuming that she sees my male friends or male family members coming out of my apartment. She's just assuming that these are people that I'm messing around with. I'm just like, you're watching me. Like, you're weird. I'm just like, I'm laughing at her at this point. I'm like, you're weird. And then she was just like, no, you're weird. This is all about a parking spot. You just want to sit over here and have your car parked right there so you can watch it from the window. I'm like, you're watching me. That is so weird. And now when I tell you, I don't even know her name. She knows mine though. This woman, she's not a thought in my mind. But she bathes to me. This woman, she rubs herself off thinking of me. So I'm just like, oh my God. I give her a second warning. I'm like, yo, back up. She's still yelling and screaming in my face so much that I can taste her breath. Like, her breath making my breath stink. Like, I'm just like, bro, back up. She's still not listening to me. At this point, all of our neighbors are coming out. They see that we're going back and forth, okay? Some of them just see that it's women arguing, so they're going back inside, as they should have, okay? She's still not backing up. I'm like, okay. I give her last warning. I'm like, Miss Lady, you're 60 years old. You should really know better not to step to me. I'm telling her, like, you don't want these issues. I'm saying it peacefully, but at the same time, I'm saying it with a deep voice. I'm like, you don't want these issues. Please get up out my face. She did not heed me. So I push her ass. I'm like, okay, get up out my face, because now I'm feeling threatened. I push her so back, she falls back a little bit on the curb. Her 14-year-old son comes down, running down the stairs. Now, he's built like a little toothpick. But I've learned in my life, I've learned the lessons that my mother has taught me. Never hit a man if you don't want to get hit back by a man. And that's just something that I've always made heed to, regardless of the situation. This little ass boy just comes out of nowhere, starts calling me all types of names, and then he was like, yeah, you think you think you're better than everybody? How? I don't know. But anyway, he ends up hitting me in my jaw, okay? He socks me once in my jaw. I'm flabbergasted at this point. I back up a little bit. I'm like, this little boy just hit me? Hit me? And then, like, the mama over here, like, coaching him on, like, yeah, hit her. So I'm just like, okay, now I'm feeling jumped, but okay, you want these problems? I'm gonna show you that you got these problems. Okay, so I'm ignoring the dude hitting me at this point. He's a little boy. I'm like, okay. I push him out the way and I go for the mother. I'm like, okay, so you think you want me to get beat up so bad? Let's go. I go for her. I almost had her. When the son hits me again in my jaw, snatches off my wig, running through the street with my wig like, I got you. That was a little bit embarrassing. I'm not gonna cap. That was a little bit embarrassing. But again, this dude got a whole lot of testosterone in him. I'm not finna hit him. And then I'm 26. I'm not trying to go to jail for putting my hands on a child. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hit you or whatever. Our white neighbor from across the street, an old white man. He's sitting out there screaming and yelling, don't you put your hands on her no more. Don't put your hands out there no more. The mother across the street, now she's trying to back her son up because we got witnesses now. No, go in the house. This is what they do. Who is they? Who is they? Like, she's over here like, this is what they do. They do this. They try to provoke us. They try to make it a race thing. I'm just staring at this idiotic woman. I'm just like, okay, I grab my wig up off the ground. I'm like, okay, it's still decent, whatever. And right now I'm in the middle of the street with just a ball cap. And you know what's crazy? And this is not funny. I counted maybe 4 black men that drove past and absolutely did not help me. They absolutely did not help me. Some was with it looked like they was partners with, Caucasian women. And they just kept driving past. And I was just like, wow. I'm just like, we've sunken so low as a community that black men won't even sit there and try to help their other black women when they're in trouble. Regardless of, take money out the situation. Take money out the situation if a black woman needs help. Take money out the situation. If you see a black woman is in need and help, in danger, you sit there and you offer your services. That's what a real man does. So that part was a little heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. But these 2 African American women, they was driving past to pick up their kids or whatever. They stopped and they seen that I wasn't helping. They sit there and they waited for me. They called the police and everything. I didn't ask them to do that, but I really appreciate that they did. Women helped me out after so many black men drove past. It's crazy. So anyway, the woman and her son, all of a sudden, The woman got a battery in her back, you know, because she wasn't just acting like this when it was just me and her. She was very much scary. Like, she was very much scary. But now that her son is out here, and, you know, they brought down, like, 27 family members from that one apartment, now all of a sudden she feels tough. She starts, like, trying to bait me from the porch. She's like, yeah, they're just going to let him go. I got an auntie that works at the police department. Yeah, you probably just going to go trick on the landlord again. La, la. I'm just like, you have so much mouth right now, but you won't fight me. I don't understand your purpose of all of this. And she was like, because I got respect. I'm like, now you got respect. But when I kept telling you to back up on my face, you didn't want to back up on my face. I'm like, no, you thought I was scary. And when you seen that I came with them hands and I got that little crackhead strength when I pushed your ass, you got scared. But now all of a sudden you got respect. Okay, whatever. So I'm just letting it go. I'm just like, all right, whatever. The police comes and they asked me, of course, what happened, because the people called for me. It was multiple people on our block that called the police. It wasn't just those two nice ladies that called the police. It was multiple people on our block that called the police. But again, only those black women and my elderly white neighbor from across the street was man enough to sit there and tell them people to stop. Like, everybody else just seen it and didn't care. So I'm over here, y'all. When I tell y'all I really didn't want to do it, I swear to God, I did not want to do it. I've made videos about how my father is just a raging narcissist, how he's made me uncomfortable multiple times, how he's not a real father. He only cares about the optics. But at this point, I need to show that I have some type of support, because if they see that no one comes to my aid right now, they're just going to hype it up and do it again, and it probably in a worse way. So I call my dad. I really didn't want to. And he shows up. I give him that, because he'll lie. He'd be like, yeah, I'll be there. Show up like 4 hours later. He showed up. And when he showed up, y'all, when I said I wanted to get this man an Emmy for his excellent performance. He did an excellent performance of being a concerned father. Okay, he was like, who hit you? Who hit you? Because I'll die about you. I'll die about you. I'll die about you. Who hit you? Because this is my daughter. This is my seed. And it was so hard for me and the police to keep a straight face, because we knew he was acting. They didn't even know this man. They knew he was acting. So he show up or whatever. The police studied it. They sitting over there asking me questions. Why he there? I'm sitting there. I'm telling the story. I'm like, but I don't even need to tell you the story. It's all on videotape. And I point towards the building. Now, this lady, the woman who attacked me, who started all this mess, she's so slow, y'all. She's so slow. She's sitting over here lying. And as soon as they pull out the videotape, it proves everything that I said. Everything that I said that happened. She's sitting over there, yeah, but she was chasing me, and she did all this and that. I'm like, I was not chasing you. I don't care about you. You're not even on my I don't know your name. Like, I don't care about you. The police, they sitting over there, they exchange looks with each other. They were like, okay. They tell her to bring her son out. She goes get her son because he mysteriously disappeared. After saying that he had hit me again and all this extra stuff, that he don't care about going to jail. He don't care about hitting the NIGGA. Like, he'll do it again. All just crazy talk. Literally just crazy talk. So soon as they tell him to come outside, they put the cuffs on this man, this little boy. He silent in the mouse, not saying anything. He didn't threaten to shoot me and the two nice ladies who stopped and waited for me. He kept saying that he'll get his peoples to take us out, to take us NIGGAs out. Like, he was just saying all this crazy stuff. When they arrested this man, they put this little boy back into the back of the police truck or whatever. He ain't got nothing to say. He was quiet. He was quiet in the mouth. And as you can see, there's absolutely no mark on my jaw. Like, this little boy, those was love taps. My nephew hit harder than he does. But it was the principle. Like, you don't know me. You're sitting over here calling me racial slurs. Like, you're not even from this country. And you over here, like, you just started saying you want to attack me. Like, why? Because your mother told you to? Because she's a little jelly bean? A little racist jelly bean? Like, it doesn't make sense. But I'm just like, okay. They get over there, they give me a police report. They tell me, like, we gonna go to court, all this extra stuff. Do I want to press charges? I'm like, yeah, I do. I do want to press charges. I do. I want to press charges. Now, my father, if you want to call him that, he's supposed to be there for me, right? He's supposed to be there to show a sign of force and support for me, right? He's not. He's over there going around talking about, Stephanie, you gotta control your mouth. I know my daughter has a mouth. I know she has a mouth. But if she would never sit over here and do this and do that, that part I respected a little bit. Him knowing that I would never just go out my way to disrespect somebody. But he's sitting over here like, I know she got a mouth. And then coming up to me, you gotta watch your mouth. I don't gotta watch shit. I don't. I didn't start with her, but I finished it. Like, she just, like, this woman's over here, she over here crying to the police, talking about, don't take my son to jail. He's suicidal. I got an autistic son that I take care of. I do my best for my kids. I do my best. I do my best. Like, just sitting over there, going over there, giving us a whole Oprah Winfrey story. We don't care. We don't care. Take him to jail, and you probably gonna be next if you play with me again. Like, bro, I can't make this up. My dad did not care about the situation. And I feel like maybe that's why I'm really hurt as well, although I'm not surprised. As everyone knows from my previous videos, I am the black sheep. I am the truth teller, the chosen one in my family. So they will always leave me out to dry because they feel like I deserve it, because I feel like I'm better than everybody. When I feel nothing, these are their insecurities and they're projecting it on me. So, whatever. But this man, like, when I tell y'all, like, what really just, like, grinds my gears is the fact that he showed up for maybe 35 minutes. He did his little performance, you know what I mean? And after that, he didn't call to check up on me. He didn't ask me about the court dates, how my face was feeling, how anything of that. Even though when he pulled up, I was walking fine. I was talking fine. Like, I ain't have a scar. I was over here still talking mess. I'm over here like, you're not going to do nothing, mama. Like, like, even though he pulled up, I was still happy-go-lucky Steph. But it's like, you just made all this performance, right? You just care I'm your seed. You don't even want to call and check up on me. Like, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he does not care. He only did it so that he can be able to say, yeah, she needs me. I did this for her. I did this for her. That is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, like, I swear, y'all think Boosie's daughter has a bad when she was over there and she was calling out her father for bringing up her sexuality constantly for no reason at all. Y'all think that she has a bad? Bro, she has nothing on me. She has nothing on me. My father is literally almost the worst emotional, narcissistic human being that walks this planet. I've been going through a lot. And obviously, I can't stay here no longer. I'm not going to renew my lease. Because my landlords, they sit over here acting like they can't do nothing about it. They're over here like, yeah, we can't kick out that 14-year-old boy because it takes at least 6 months to kick out a tenant and all this extra stuff. I'm like, one, he's 14. He doesn't pay rent. And two, he's not even on the lease. There's 27 people in that 4-bedroom. That's a fire hazard. Like, stop it. Y'all been constantly protecting these people, and I'm sick of it. Me and my other neighbors, we're sick of it. We want them to go. And how many reasons do we got to give you for them to go? They didn't have other gang members come and bust out our apartment windows. Like, y'all just care. Y'all coveted the money. And I understand we're going through major economic times and crisis right now, but y'all got to start putting your people first. But I don't know. I gotta start looking me for another place to stay because I'm not gonna stay here anymore. It's clear that they don't give a mess about me. So, I guess. But thank y'all for being here for my little rant. I be like, I got so much, bro. I mean, y'all know I need to be getting it out. And y'all know I don't care. Whether it's good or bad, I'm gonna tell the truth. So, I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe out there and be kind to one another. Mwah. Till next time.